All right, everybody, welcome back to how to make money online and getting started for you eBayers. And this is good for eBayers and what we call affiliate marketers. And I'm going to show you some websites that I use when I was doing eBay. And there's going to be two parts to this. It's going to be one. This first part is going to be strictly for eBayers, but you can hang around if you're not an eBayer and get a quick view of what's going on in this segment here. Down here on the bottom of this for eBayers, I might change the name on it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it like that, but for the most part, you know how to change the name. If you don't, watch the previous videos. I've used all of these particular websites at one time or another for selling on eBay. And this is not in any particular order as far as what I prefer and what I didn't prefer. They all do the same thing. You're getting product from overseas and importing it in to the United States. And some of these I believe GearBest has local warehouses here in the United States, and I believe also China Vision may have some here in the United States as well. Now, what I'm going to show you here, this is AliExpress, okay, and I've gone in here. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit here, and we're going to go into. You just hit the home, and you have a whole list of different things that you can scroll around for. Now, AliExpress seems to be one of the bigger ones, and I've used them before. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign in real quick. Give me a minute. And upon signing in here, it's been a few years since I've actually gone and done anything with eBay. I want to say it was about 3 to 4 years ago. I kind of strayed away from it. It's still a good source of income. I've just gone on to other things, like I said before in other videos. I'm trying to make something for myself. Okay, and with that information, I'm just going to give you all the stuff that I used to do to get to where I'm at now and have money in the bank to where you can sit there and say, I want to make something for myself and this is how I want to do it. Okay? And once you get familiar with all this, when you're doing eBay is a good thing. You can make a lot of money doing that. You can do something with Amazon, their Amazon fulfillment, where you ship your products to them. They'll list them. They'll put them on. They'll ship them out of their warehouse, and that's what gives them the Amazon Prime labeling. All that stuff that's in Amazon's warehouse. I don't think they own every single bit of it. I believe it belongs to individuals that have purchased mass quantities and have shipped them there, and Amazon can fulfill the the orders when it comes on their websites. They do all the packaging for you, but at the same time they're going to charge you a little extra for it. But you once you ship them the products, all you do is sit back, and as people buy your product, you'll get your cut of the money. Okay. There's no running to the post office or waiting for UPS to pick up or drop off anything. It's all done automatically. So with that being said, we can do multiple things here. One is AliExpress is probably the most direct without buying in bulk. I mean, I'm talking cargo containers type bulk. The most the closest I've ever been to China or anything like that directly from the sources. Okay, there's other ones out there that can do that as well. But for the most part, I'm going to give you an example here. I'm going to go back one page because I this one here seems to be opening up on a new one, and I'm going to go ahead and back out of this and go into back to my website. Okay, I need to fix that to where I can open on a new page. So you have I have this one here. I went ahead of time. This is one of the things I used to sell on eBay a few years back. Okay, I've gone ahead and checked out something from AliExpress here. This is one of the things I used to sell on eBay. I'm not saying you should sell this or I recommend this. This is a very complicated piece of equipment. It's profitable, but at the same time, if you don't have any technical knowledge about this, you might want to steer clear. All I'm doing is showing you that there's profit to be made. That's all I'm doing. Okay, I'm not saying buy this, sell this, okay? But this is what is called a GM Tech 2 and for some reason or another, they're becoming more and more popular again. We stopped using them in Honda back in like 2002, 2003. We were forced to move on to proprietary software for Honda. These here are very rugged. You drop them, you don't hurt them. The Honda stuff, you drop it, it's done because it's just a laptop. And with this right here, it tells you what you get. You get one main unit, the Candy interface. And the Candy interface, all it does is communicate with the new cars nowadays. These new cars are very high tech. You need something to communicate with them, and this is pretty old. So all you're doing is the Candy module is translating more stuff that this thing can read it because it's pretty old. But it's still very popular. Ignition cable, all these cables that come with it, and all the connectors that come with it. Okay, so you can scroll on down here and you can take a look at everything that's in this thing. And like I said, I'm not saying you should sell it. I'm just showing you what I used to sell. Okay, so you come over here and you look on eBay. Okay, GM Tech 2 scanners. Now keep in mind, this one's $256. It's free shipping, DHL. Gets there within 6 and 13 days. I've always been pretty good with DHL. They usually get here within 3 days, but they're saying between 6 and 13 days. So I probably use their numbers. You buy it, you list it, take some good photos, list it. Like I said, it's 256. Let's just say $257. And at $257, you're still making money here. That's 295. 78 people are watching. Now I'm going to go over here to completed listings because I want to see how many have actually sold. Okay. I don't care how many times they've been listed. Okay, I need to know how many times it's been sold. This one's been sold for $561 with the candy and all the attachments. And you can see the memory cards. The memory cards are very profitable too. You can get these pretty cheap on AliExpress. The GM Tech 2 scanner interface saw this $338 comes with the case and everything. Came from Hong Kong. Now, one of the things that I had the pleasure, or not necessarily the pleasure, but I had a lot of experience with, is people will pay extra to get them faster. In other words, $288 from Hong Kong, it may be coming in 2 weeks. Okay, they may get it in their hands in 2 weeks. But if you're doing it from the United States and you can give them tracking and everything right from the start, you're way ahead of the game. Okay, they don't have to pay import taxes when it comes in. A lot of times you don't have to pay import taxes when it comes in, but sometimes they get crazy and they'll get you for taxes. Okay, a lot of these are from overseas vendors. You see that? You even if you're selling them for $328, you're still making a good profit here. See that? That's a good profit to be making, even if you're selling it at the same price and you're offering shipping from the United States. This thing would probably cost you, I think it used to cost me like $13 to $14 to ship. So you ship it with a tracking number, give the customer the tracking number, they'll have it in a couple of days, and they're happy as happy can be, and they'll leave you some good reviews on eBay. Okay, so AliExpress has a lot of things you can get. The thing is that you have to know how to look for them, how to look for stuff on it. It's an art form on how to look for stuff like this. I was just kind of looking at different things, and the terminology they use for some of this stuff is crazy. So you just got to know how to shop. You can say like shoes, and then you can narrow it from there because they're using shoes, women's shoes, men's shoes. What do you want to look for? Sandals. You go in there and you kind of start just messing around till you find what you're looking for. High quality, cheap shoes, men's shoes. I had a friend of mine that went in here and ordered some shoes, and they were supposedly some kind of collector shoes that he found on here from, I believe they were Nikes. And well, first of all, a lot of these companies, if you see a shoe, I'm not a shoe fanatic. I just wear a shoe. Okay, that's all I do. Some people are into the badge logos and the designs and everything else, and that's fine if you're into that and you know what to look for, you can find good deals. But I'm gonna use this one for an example. I'm not sure if this is a name brand shoe. Is there any name brand that looks like this? But a lot of times, if let's just say this thing's a Nike. I don't know if it's a Nike. Could care less. But it doesn't have this that little sash on there, that little check mark or whatever you want to call it. A lot of times when they put these photos up here, they'll cover up the logos. Okay, you can email them and ask them for pictures of of the shoes with the logos. Okay, that way you see what you're getting. So let's just say this is a Nike shoe and it looks like a Nike shoe. I've seen them at Nike and they're selling for $300 a pair or whatever, and this guy's got them for 17 or $23. And he doesn't have the logo on it, and you want to know if the logo's on there or not. And so you just email them, and they'll send you the photo if they have it. Okay, if they have it, they will. If not, then or they'll say that that is the image or anything like that. Okay, so with that, you kind of know what you're getting into as far as the shoes and everything. And you can come in here and you can check them out. Like I said, I had a friend of mine that found some shoes one time. It was a collector of some kind, and sorry about that. And he found them, he purchased them, and he went. Him and his kids. His kids actually did it more than he did. Went door to door selling them, and he pretty much tripled his money on what he got, on what he paid for it. Now, a lot of times when you order stuff like this, in order for them to beat the taxes on the imports, they'll send you an invoice that'll say like the shoe you might have paid 50 or 100 bucks for it or something like that, and it might have an invoice in there saying that it was $8 or something like that. All that is for customs to look at. When they look at it and say, yeah, well, we see that, and we're not going to charge any taxes, because usually it's a certain dollar amount they're going to charge taxes on. I believe it's $200 if it hasn't changed from when I used to do it. So you come in here and you pick your item and you go through the whole process of purchasing it. And you can use credit cards on here, and it's not you're not going to send the actual stores themselves any money. You're not sending this particular vendor any money. It's going into AliExpress and they track it. And what they're looking for is when they go in there and look at it, it has all these different when it was shipped, when it was paid for, when it gets delivered. They'll get all the transactions will go to AliExpress. I was using this a while back. I don't think it's on here anymore. Is it? Yes. All you did was place your order. When they ship it, it comes back to you and it tells you all the details of when it was shipped. But you have to be aware that some of these companies, when you're buying something, they have different options for shipping. Okay. Now this is free shipping to the United States via e-packet, which is going to take 13 to 20 days to get there, and that holds true for all the vendors on eBay. If they're buying this and trying to sell it, if you see something from Hong Kong, it's going to take them just as long to ship it. But you hit this little window here, and you can come up, and free shipping is available on ePacket. EMS, I believe EMS gives you tracking information. Oh, all of them have tracking information available to them. Okay, so what ends up happening here is sometimes when you go in here, you'll find out that there's like a $2 or $3 difference between DHL, which will get you there a lot quicker, 6 to 13 days, and ePacket. And sometimes it's just worth the upgrade to go ahead and do that, because DHL is more faster at doing what they do. Okay, so that's that for AliExpress. Now I'm going to pause the video now, and I'm going to come back to it a little bit later. I'm going to show you the different ones from other other vendors that are on my site, but they all pretty much work about the same way. Okay, so see you in a minute. All right, for the next one we're going to do is a website called GearBest. I've purchased from AliExpress, I've purchased from GearBest, I've purchased from Banggood. Basically, I've purchased from all of these before. The one I preferred was AliExpress, and GearBest is a pretty decent site. I mean, I like their rewards programs. The more you buy, the more of a discount they give you. So it kind of works out for everybody. If you buy lots and lots of stuff and sell it on eBay, you'll end up getting more and more discounts, and it works out for the better of you. Now I'm gonna give you an example. If you come down here to GearBest, and I just pulled one out of I found this the other day. I was just kind of messing around online, and this is a 91 millimeter Swiss, a foldable Swiss Army knife, red. Okay, and then it comes with the description and all the pictures, all the different attachments that it has with it, and everything that you can use to sell on your eBay. And you look at the price here, and some of you guys, I like going for big dollars on eBay. Spending $300 and making 400 or another extra $100. But don't forget your nickels and dimes on eBay, because some people will say, well, it's a Swiss Army knife, 679 with all these attachments. I kind of get what I pay for, blah blah blah. Then you come over here to eBay, and the same type of Swiss knives and stuff like that are selling for a lot more. $38. You pretty much triple your money or more. $35. This one here is for $28. Looks like the same type Swiss Army knife. 91 millimeter Champion Plus is what they're calling it. And you go through the list and you find things that you want to sell. This one here, if you grabbed a whole bunch of these and sold them, even if you made $5 or $10 on each one, I mean, you're still doubling your money. There's no beating doubling your money. Okay, if you have $1 and somebody gives you $2, you doubled your money. If you have 100 and you double the money, and you get 200. Okay, bigger rewards, bigger risk, you get bigger rewards. Okay, but at the same time, you have bigger failures. So don't get too carried away. Make sure you do your research on all these different websites. Now, GearBest has a whole bunch of different things that you can buy and flip and sell on your own websites or whatnot. And I recently went out of town to go visit some family in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I ran into I was always on the fence about these Chinese cell phones or mobile phones that you see coming into the United States. But someone over there must be flipping them pretty good, because I saw a lot of people, either I saw a lot of people using the phones, or I saw the same group of people using the phones all the time, which I think there was a lot of them in there. So you come in here and you find your 4G LTE smartphones, and everybody knows the Samsung Galaxy S's, the S7, I think is what they're on now, is, $700 to purchase outright. And some of you guys have broken your phones. You dropped them, broke them, whatever. You didn't pay the bill, and now they're wanting you got to pay money to get you a new phone. And this is a good alternative to finding a market for these things. Okay, and some people have already done the homework. Like this one here is supposed to be a Mac Daddy one. I think I did the research on this one. This one was pretty awesome. But at the same time, I can't bring myself to spend $502 on a brand name that kind of iffy about. But I'm probably going to end up getting it eventually. My phone contract's up anyway. Anyway, you don't want to hear about my personal. You come in here and you pick something you want to promote, and you can promote it on eBay. You can promote it. You can try to sell it on Facebook. I'm going to have a tutorial on how to get it on Facebook and sell some of this stuff. But for the most part, the last two websites I've shown you, along with Banggood here that I'm going to show you next, they have these are pretty much, you have to buy them. You have to buy the products to sell them, okay? And you take a lot more risk doing that, but there's a lot more reward at the end doing it. Okay, you know exactly what your customer is going to be getting because you shipped it in one piece, and if they got it in five pieces, you know where the breakdown went. Okay, so this one here is you come in here and you can find all kinds of stuff. This is the United States warehouse one. You can go back to banggood.com here, and they go all over China and all the rest of them. And if you look up here, they do have a bunch of different languages that they actually cater to. That's not just what do you call it? Shipping in the United States. You're pretty close to the sources on here. Now on this one here, I believe the company owns all these products. Okay. On AliExpress, it's kind of like an eBay type thing where they have a main website and individual companies come to sign up for an account on on AliExpress. Now on AliExpress, when you buy from them, you're dealing with AliExpress themselves. No matter what company you're dealing with, they but you can find a lot of things on here that are pretty good to actually sell. I used to sell a lot of little things that were nickel and dime. I would call not necessarily 5 cent things, but I'm looking for big dollars. But I'm not looking to overlook the small dollars that come with it. Because if you're trying to sell a scan tool for 350 bucks and people are coming to your site and looking at them, you need to be able to drive them to say, hey, I'm not willing to spend $300 on this thing or 400 or whatever the price is that you have. But I am willing to buy this $15 Swiss Army knife. That is a cool knife. I want to have it. And they'll buy it. Okay. If you're not promoting your websites that way, as far as other things they may be interested in, you're losing out on a lot of customers. You're spending a lot of time getting customers. You need to have a lot of people staying there to buy. Even if they don't buy, uh, they're going to go back and say, I was on this website and they were selling a Swiss Army knife for $15. They might tell their friend, oh man, that's a good price, man. Where was it? And they'll come back to your site and buy it from you. Okay. You need to have a good word of mouth. You need to have good, solid products on there. Okay. And you can actually sell on eBay. You can actually sell on your website too. And one of the other things I want to tell you about is finding products here in the United States. Now, for some reason, no, I know why, but uh, in other countries, things that are made in the United States sell for high dollar. Okay. When I first got into eBay, I kind of stumbled onto it. I sold a couple things. I'm a mechanic. I used to take apart cars. When they used to sell the used cars, we used to get all the stereo or aftermarket stuff out of them, and we'd sell them on eBay. And we made pretty decent money considering they gave us the stuff. We had to take it out for free, and we ended up selling the stuff on eBay. So sometimes you'd have big, mega powerful sound systems or some kind of weird GPS system put into the car or whatnot, whatever the customers wanted to put in them. And Honda or the manufacturers can't sell them that way if they want to put their extended warranty on them. If they're a certified used car, they can't be modified in any way. So they would give us the parts to take out that we took off of them, and we would sell them. Okay. One day I ran into this deal where I took out an alarm. It was called a Clifford alarm, and I used to install alarms way back in the day. I used to install alarms, and when they did that, I knew where we were getting our alarms from. I knew the manufacturers. I knew the reps. I knew all the salespeople. I used to inform them how to install. Our particular shop did alarms on brand new cars that the manufacturers didn't need, the manufacturers of the alarms did not have the color coding on the wires for the alarms. So we would give them the colors and where the wire location is. Let's say door lock wires in the left kick panel, it's a blue wire with the red trace and for lock, and the black wire with the blue trace for unlock. And this was all pre-internet, so you didn't have you couldn't send them photos or anything like that. So they'd come out with this printout and they'd send it out to everybody. They'd fax it to everybody. If you get a 19, at that time it was on 1994, 1995. Like we were in with the reps and the manufacturers really good at our company. When I pulled a Clifford alarm out of a car one day, I put it on eBay and I woke up the next morning and in the UK I was getting I must have woke up to about 50 or 70 emails. Do you sell in the UK? Do you sell in the UK? And I spent the better half of my morning replying no, no, no. Never want to never want to neglect the customer, but I replied no, no, no. For the most part of the morning, I was replying sorry, no, sorry, no. And then I started thinking about it. Well, what's the deal going on over there? So I looked, and their same alarm that I just took out was selling for $800 US over there, and I had mine on sale for like 200 bucks, and I was like, wow, okay, I can get a brand new one for 225 or 250. I think it was 250 at the time. I knew the reps and everything, and I had accounts set up with all of them, so I would go in there and I'd buy them and ship them overseas. After a while, I figured out it's more profitable to sell over there. Okay, so I would buy the alarm, package it up, send it through. At the time, it was called DHL when they used to ship here in the United States. Before they pulled out and started doing global, I had an account with DHL, and then DHL pulled out, and they still do international shipping. But I was going to this one guy all the time, dropping off my packages, and he offered me a better deal if I decided to use his shipping, which was FedEx, and we were shipping my product. The ship over there was the alarm itself, I believe, was 8 pounds, and it was like $68 to $70 to ship out there, and they would get it in 3 days. So I would sit there and put them on eBay on the weekend, on Friday, wait, on the 3 day auction, put three or four over there and sell them, and then turn around and come back. By Monday morning, I would come in and set up all my packages for shipping. And I would wake up Monday morning, call my supplier, grab three or four alarms, package them up, ship them out, and collect my money. I wasn't knocking them too hard out. I know they were selling them brand new for 800 US over there. I was selling them for, I think I was paying 220, 250 for them, and I think I was selling them for 450 or 500, which was way cheaper than they could get it. And I was selling them like hotcakes. I mean, just boom, boom, boom. The only problem I had was the conversion rates. It's not really a problem. Just you just got to understand how eBay is going to work. They're going to take a certain percentage out to convert your money over. Okay, so make sure you price that in if you decide to do something like that. I've also found books that are selling. You can go on eBay and look for a hardcore book on. It might be a science book or something that they're looking for in the UK. They may have one exactly like the one you found for 400 bucks. You're tripping over them at the library because we got a whole stack full of them, and you go sell them like that. But these particular ones that I've told you about are straight up, you buy it and you sell it. You own the product and you ship it yourself. The next ones that are on here, they allow for you to do something called drop shipping. You got this label up here called drop shipping, and when you sign up for your account, they're always going to check your website to make sure you're a legitimate customer, legitimate person. Make sure you always use your professional web email address. Don't start sending emails using your Gmail account. They won't respond to you, and once they blacklist you out of there, you're not coming back in. Okay, so you go in there and you find product. Let's say you want to drop ship a particular product. Okay, and it explains here what drop shipping is. And drop shipping is you put the product on whatever site you're selling it. If you're doing your own site, you do your own site. If you're doing eBay, you put it on eBay. When you sell the product, let's say you sell it costs you $20 and you sell it for 40. Well, you send these guys 20, ship your product without their name on it, and it will be as if you shipped it. So that's what's known in the business as drop shipping. Now, there's videos on it. You can come over here and click on this and watch the video. But basically, what it's saying is, you list your product, you sell the product, you collect the profits, and you go over and over again. Okay, and there's money to be made in there. But like I said, the bigger the risk you take, the more reward you're gonna get. Some of these products are you might make less money than if you went to AliExpress and bought the same item and physically owned it in your hand, and when somebody ordered it, you shipped it yourself. Okay, where you might be making $10, you might be making $5 because you let somebody else drop ship it for you. But that's all fine and dandy. You can do that all day long on here. Now, what I like about if you're doing a drop ship type thing, drop shipping. Let's say you come in here and you find let's go to backpacks, and you find your backpacks. I guess they don't have any, but you find some of these. You find something on here that you want to sell, and it can be, take your pick here. Let's say you want to sell this. We're just going to use this for an example. If you buy one or more, for one for $35, five or more for $31, and you got to log in to get the rest of the price breaks. Now, you can put an ad on wherever, Craigslist. You can go on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest is becoming very popular, where you put an ad on there and it'll run, and anybody that's when you set it up, you set in certain keywords to say a walkie-talkie. Somebody's looking for walkie-talkie, and they find your ad and they buy from you. Okay, and then if you're drop shipping, you don't ever own this product, so you just contact whoever owns it. Let's say in this case it's going to be China Invasion, and they'll ship it out for you. Okay, so let's say you sold it. It says 33.54 for the walkie talkies. You sell it for 60. You send them 33.54, and they'll ship it to you, to your customer. Now, if you decide to do something like that, where you're going to put money into ads and try to sell thousands of them, make sure you contact them and have uh, inventory on stock. How much you're gonna sell. If they got 5,000 of a particular item, then yeah, go at it. If they only have three, obviously you don't want to do something like that. But you have different things. You have hot new products up here, and these are the latest and greatest things that's come out from them. And then you have hot products. What they're selling the most of, and this changes from day to day. Uh, Actually, I think it changes from week to week. Uh, there's specials up here, and sometimes you can find some really good deals on some really good products here, uh, that you're trying to make some money on. Let's say, for instance, we're going to try this one out here, and you come in here and you copy this. That's $25, and this is off the fly. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to copy this, and then we're going to put it into eBay, and let's see what eBay comes up with. And keep in mind, if you buy this thing and you have it physically, if somebody is selling it overseas and it says it's coming from China, it's going to take them a couple weeks to get it to you. Okay, there you go, right there. Lollipop, the quad core, 8 gigabyte, Kodi, $38.74, and it's a 6.0 Lollipop. And here's the same one right here. Okay, just right off the fly. I didn't pre search this or nothing. So you can take this thing and sell it for $6, $7 more and make you a little bit of profit, make you a couple bucks. And you got to keep in mind when you're on eBay, a couple of things you have to keep in mind when you're on eBay is, one is you're selling to try to make a profit, but when you first start out, you're also trying to sell to get good feedback from your customer. Good feedback goes a long way. Good feedback. I've seen customers. I can beat customers because their feedback rating is not 100%. On mine, since I was buying and shipping overseas, I guess they were used to buying from some places. When it comes in overseas, it takes weeks because I got a lot. of super fast shipping, great, we'll do business again, we'll do more business, recommend to everybody. That's what you're looking for in your reviews in on eBay when you get your surveys back. So sometimes you might have to, let's say you price this out, figure about, I usually factor in about 13% of it's going to eBay when you're done by the time they take out fees and stuff like that. So let's just make it an easy $2.50. Let's say 10%. So 250 is going to eBay. So now, right now, you have to price this thing at $27, and then plus your shipping, it's going to be a couple bucks for shipping. And back in my day, I used to have to do shipping because eBay hadn't gotten their shipping strategies together yet. Now you can purchase the shipping right off of eBay, and it makes it's a lot cheaper than if you go out and buy it yourself. If you went to the post office, stood in line, and filled out the forms and everything else, it prints out your addresses and everything, makes it super easy on you. So you're probably looking at about another $3 or $4 for that, because that shouldn't weigh too much. The box on that, you should be able to fit that in a big envelope or something like that. And you got all your descriptions down here and everything. So keep that in mind when you're looking at something. Try to shoot it up about another 10%, 10 to 13%, and that's what eBay's getting. After that, it's all profit for you. And sometimes, don't get too crazy on the 10 to 13%. That's just a roundabout. That's not a scientific formula or nothing like that. Because you might be shipping weights, 100 pounds worth of weights, and that's going to cost a lot of money to ship. Okay, but if you're selling something like this, you got Kodi 4K Ultra, all this other stuff. You can copy and paste this stuff into your website or whatever, wherever you're selling it from. And same thing for the rest of the T-Mart has the same similar setup. When you go to T-Mart, like these kind of things right here, these smart headsets. One of my first purchases I made from T-Mart was something like that. It didn't have the wires. It was the one that wraps around your head and plugs straight into your ear. I bought one of those just to see how long it would take to get it. I think it was like $11 or something like that, which was not to me. It didn't seem like a very bad price. But once I found it on AliExpress, I think I found it for like $4. I mean, I didn't get ripped off. I could have looked on AliExpress first, but I ended up selling those earbuds. I bought them for myself, and then I said, well, let me try to flip them. I think I sold them for like $20, so I made a few dollars on it after it was said and done. But if I would have gone on AliExpress or shopped around on different ones, I would have found a better price. Okay, so this gives you an option to find it in different ways, as far as not necessarily going straight AliExpress and saying, okay, I found it. You might find it on Tmart. You might find it on China Vision. You might find it on Banggood cheaper or something like that. So keep your options open, and if you find it cheaper someplace else, then go for it. Okay, but you come in here and you're looking at all these different things. You got drop shipping over here. You got your drop shipping page here, and you got to sign in for it. I'm not signed into the account yet, I don't think. And it explains to you how everything's going. I think I'm at the 10% off level. I'm very low on this one. I'm in AliExpress. I haven't bought in a few years, so my credits are going down. They base it on how much you bought for the year or whatnot, and I haven't been doing very much. Now, that was Tmart. You have China Direct. It's going to have a similar setup as all the rest of them. It's opening on that page. Let's go to, and I haven't priced that to see if that's a good price on the baby thermometer, but you can come over here, hit China Direct, go, and you can see all the different things that are on here that you may want to do. So these are just all different options that you can get into. I think China Direct, I haven't used them in a long, long time. But these prices, in my opinion, beat Doba and all the rest of the ones that are trying to get you to buy from them. And you're in my opinion on the Doba and all the rest of that. Yeah, they give you a way to you log in, and you can transfer. Just click and drag and put your ads on eBay and all that. I don't know if Doba is still around. But there was a whole bunch of them where you had to sign up for a subscription, $35 a year or something like that, and you get in there, and the prices are really not that great. Okay, considering what you just spent, $35. I can do a lot with $35. Okay. Now, if I find any more, I'll put them on there. And what I'm going to do for you guys, and I've been debating this with my son. My son says I got too much going on, and I think in my I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to put and it's not going to be the autoresponder professional one. This is going to be right off my website, so I'm not marketing to you guys unless it becomes very big. I might put you guys into my to my autoresponder just to be able to keep track of you guys. I'm gonna have a newsletter come out every week, and you can sign up, and it's gonna be free. And I'm gonna just kind of go over through eBay and everything and see what's popular and what's selling and how much you can get it for, and if you buy it and want to flip it and sell it, or maybe you want to buy it for yourself and keep it for yourself. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. You know, you let's say you like this, and well, I missed belts. Let's say you like this, and I put it on there for you on the newsletter. If you buy it, great. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these I think I get a commission for the sale, but it doesn't affect you on your end of whether or not the price is higher. It doesn't go up for you. I just make a little bit of money for referring you. So it doesn't affect you, and it helps me. And I'm gonna help you by getting product to sell on your websites and stuff like that. So I think it's a win-win for everybody if I decide to do that. If nobody signs up, then I guess I won't do it. It's just to help you guys out some. I know I've got accounts with these guys, and they've helped me out tremendously. I've made a lot of money doing it. I learned a lot, made some mistakes, telling you what the mistakes are. But like I said, you can go into different countries, different eBays. I've never gone to sell in Mexico or anything like that. I don't think there's a market there for Mexico or anything like that. But don't discount them out. I mean, you may find something that's doable. On the bottom of eBay, I believe there used to be a a place where you can go into different countries and find out what's selling. Yeah, right down here, eBay sites. You can go into different ones. You pick one out and go, and then you can do the conversion yourself. What I used to do for the conversions were currency converter website, and that's how I would figure out what my profit was going to be. But you got all kinds of stuff in here that you can small stuff that you can ship over there, books and stuff like that. Electronics, you can forget it. They use a different type of power source than we do. You know, we use 110. I think they use 220. But a lot of the other stuff around here, if you're doing stuff for cars, like I said, I did the alarm thing, and it turned out very profitable for me. But a lot of my profits were in UK dollars, or not necessarily dollars, pounds is what they call them. So I made good money. I'm just trying to pass on some tips to you guys to get y'all going, get y'all motivated. Now the next video, and you eBayers are welcome to watch it, but I'm going to give you a warning that you don't want to be trying to sign up for these accounts that I'm telling you, and then using it trying to get another 8 or 10% discount on your purchases. Once they catch you, they're gonna kick you out, and they're gonna leave. You're never coming back in. Okay, but for the most part, you guys can go in here and shop around on AliExpress. Go on my website, get the link, and what you want to do is you want to save that as well. When you get the link to your website, go over here and let's say you click on AliExpress, and then go over just to keep it fresh, and you won't forget where you're getting it from. Bookmark this page and save it. So should bookmark it and save it and go back to it every time. And like I said, I'm going to start putting together things that that you guys might be interested in selling on eBay or any website that you might be looking to go on. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm not sure what your motivation is to sell on eBay, but keep in mind that there's a lot of money to be made here. There's no reason why you can't make it. You're getting a lot of sources here of information, and I'm giving it to you. It's all for free. People charge money for this stuff. I'm giving it to you for free. I'm done with it. It's still good money. My son makes good money doing it. But and we got it deep into this. There's no reason why you can't do this. And just keep that in mind while if you're debating whether or not you want to do it. I mean, come on now. It's money. It's spendable money. Why wouldn't you want to do it? Okay? So, with that, I'm going to leave you and I'll see you in the next video.